Today, we're delving into the astonishing awakening of the Navy's young hero Koby and the hidden foreshadowing and surprising abilities lurking behind it. In the world of One Piece, Koby is known as Garp's beloved disciple and has recently garnered much attention for awakening his Conqueror's Haki. So what exactly happened to Koby and about his new powers and their evolution? We're going to analyze it all thoroughly in this episode. If you find the insight I share here convincing, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And hey, if you've got a different take on Koby's abilities after hearing mine, please drop a comment below and let me know. Just a heads up, this video contains spoilers up to chapter 1088, so be warned. Alright, let's get right into it. Destroy it. Otherwise, everyone will die. People will die because of me. Honesty impact. Koby. In chapter 1088, Koby's fist pulverized the arm of the giant human puppet controlled by Alvaro Pizarro. Its power seems even greater than Garp's galaxy impact, which once obliterated an entire town. Koby's formidable fist likely gained his strength from the warship bag training, where, without using Haki or any abilities, he would punch naval ships, a training method that hinted at the secrets of Garp's strength. But remember, the warship bag was just a part of his self-training. He also underwent Garp's brutal training from his choreboy days and the Marines' regular drills. So, Koby's powerful punches aren't just thanks to the warship bag. His sheer dedication, countless hours of training, and unwavering will transformed a once talentless Koby into a formidable force in just 2 years. Now, if you take a closer look at Koby's war bag training session, you'll notice clear fist marks on the bottom of the old discarded warships. This means that even during his choreboy days, Koby already had the strength to slightly deform steel with his punches. Sure, compared to the dents made by Garp and Kuzan in chapter 1087, Koby's dents look minor, so his punch might not seem at all powerful at first. Yet, even while doing chores and undergoing Garp's special training, Koby tirelessly continued the warship bag training, often until he was bloodied. It wouldn't be surprising if by chapter 1087, Koby had gained enough strength to dent a warship to the level observed by Branu. Regarding Haki, it first manifested during the Paramount War, but 2 years later, he could sense the presence of torpedoes fired from a distant submarine. And in chapter 1088, just before releasing his honesty impact, black lightning emanates from Koby's clenched fist. This is likely due to the Conqueror's Haki. So far, we've seen black lightning appear in 2 situations during clashes of Conqueror's Haki and when launching an attack imbued with it. Given the lightning appeared before any clash, it's likely the latter. However, the typical crackling sound effect associated with such attacks is missing. This suggests that Koby isn't fully enveloping his attacks in Conqueror's Haki, and he might not have complete control over it, seeing him becoming dizzy after launching an attack. It's probable, much like Luffy, unintentionally releasing Conqueror's Haki during the Paramount War or in Amazon Lily, that Koby's Conqueror's Haki activated due to a crisis. Next up, let's take a look at Koby's current strength. As a colonel, Koby destroyed Alvaro Pizarro's enormous hand at Hachinosu. This was something neither Rear Admiral Peacock nor Rear Admiral Prince Cruz, who were with him, could manage. This suggests that Koby's abilities exceed those of a Rear Admiral. One rank above, we have Vice Admirals like Garp, who exceed the typical capabilities of their rank. There are various ranks within Vice Admirals, ranging from candidates for Admiral like Tokikake and Gion to those who have just been promoted from Rear Admiral. But if we consider the combat outcomes of what seem like average Vice Admirals, Vice Admiral Maynard was miserably defeated by Bartolomeo, and Vice Admiral Bastille was downed by a single blow from Sabo. Judging by the standards of Luffy and his crew, they don't seem particularly strong. Maynard, at the time, couldn't stand a chance against Bartolomeo, who had the strength of an officer in the Don Quixote family, then one of the 7 warlords of the sea. This means Koby, who destroyed Pizarro's hand, capable of crushing a warship, is likely far stronger than Maynard. So current Koby likely surpasses even Vice Admirals in strength. Moreover, Koby possesses highly accurate observation Haki and is rumored to have the potential for Conqueror's Haki, a quality not all admirals possess. He's even on the brink of being able to cloak his attacks with Conqueror's Haki, a feat achieved by only a few powerhouses. This indicates that Koby's Haki abilities are on par with, if not superior to, other Vice Admirals. I will someday, in the Navy, be an Admiral, Koby. In chapter 433, Koby declared his ambition to become an admiral in front of Luffy at Water 7. This fuels the speculation that Coby might indeed become an admiral someday. Considering that Admiral Kizaru is currently at Egghead, there's a possibility that he might die or be forced to retire due to injury from the battles there. If that happens, Coby, who has raised his reputation through the Hachinosu incident and become a hero to the people, might be promoted to Admiral ahead of time. However, despite showcasing a powerful technique by shattering Pizarro's arm, Coby still has a long way to go in terms of strength. Thus, further evolution for Coby is almost certain. Since Coby, like Shanks and Garp, hasn't consumed the devil fruit and isn't a user, his power-ups will naturally revolve around Haki. So, let's speculate on Coby's power-ups, dividing them into 3 categories: Conqueror's Haki, Armament Hakei, Observation Haki. First up, Conqueror's Haki. As I mentioned before, right before unleashing the Honesty Impact, there seems to be a slight appearance of black lightning. This suggests that Coby might be awakening to Conqueror's Haki. So, let's assume Coby has the potential for Conqueror's Haki and explore his possible evolution. After using his powerful technique, Coby appears quite drained. This indicates he can only maintain his Haki-empowered state for a moment and doesn't have full control over it yet. However, if Coby did manage to cloak himself in Conqueror's Haki, even momentarily, this would mean he's already stepping into a realm only accessible to a handful of strong warriors, as Kaido mentioned. This means, with more experience, Coby could freely use Conqueror's Haki, like Luffy and others. However, after the Honesty Impact, Coby's exhaustion suggests he doesn't have a vast amount of Conqueror's Haki. Also, when Shanks unleashed Kamusari on Kid and Garp delivered Galaxy Impact, both caused massive explosions. This could hint that Conqueror's Haki has explosion properties. So far, Coby has only attacked the arm of an island human, but if he's to inherit Garp's techniques, he might also be able to cause explosions with his fist cloaked in Conqueror's Haki. Next, Armament Hakei. Looking closely at the panel right before Coby unleashes the Honesty Impact, his clenched fist seems to turn black. This indicates, like Virgo and Luffy, that Coby can cloak his fist in black Armament Hakei. Another point to note is the damage Garp and Coby respectively inflicted on the island human. When Garp used Galaxy Divide on Skeleton Rock, the rock split almost in half, but when Coby hit the island human's arm with Honesty Impact, it seemed like the arm shattered from the inside. See, Coby's attack is very similar to the internal destruction variant of Armament Hakei, Ruo, which Luffy learned in Wano. This suggests Coby is already capable of using Armament Hakei in a way similar to Ruo, cloaking his fist and destroying from within, and eventually, Coby will be able to control Armament Hakei. As a result, he might master techniques like the Admiral's Haki barrier from the Summit War, or Luffy's ability to destroy objects without touching them. It's like Garp represents raw power in Armament Hakei, while Coby could evolve towards a more refined use, diversifying his technique. Lastly, let's talk about Observation Hakei. This is the first Haki Coby acquired, so it's likely to evolve the most. But what's going on with your Observation Hakei, Coby? I didn't feel a thing. Helmeppo. In episode 903, during the rescue of the Kingdom of Lelouch's princess, Coby's Observation Hakei was so heightened he even sensed torpedoes flying through the water. Considering he achieved such growth in just 2 short years, it's clear Coby has a natural talent for Observation Hakei. However, despite his exceptional observation skills, there was an incident where he was tricked by a female pirate in Hachinosu, leading to Garp getting stabbed while protecting Coby. This happened because Coby's strong sense of justice instinctively made him move to help a woman, leaving him no time to read emotions through his Haki. In other words, Coby isn't yet utilizing his Observation Haki to its full potential, but given the emphasis on his inexperience in Hachinosu, it's expected he will further develop his remarkable talent for Observation Haki. Specifically, Coby's Observation Haki seems to be growing in a way that reflects his personality and belief. Take Luffy's Gear 5 as an example. It allows him to do anything he wants, emphasizing his concept of freedom. Also, Shanks' ability to foresee the distant future probably arose from the need to protect his weaker subordinate crews from powerful enemies. This implies Shanks' strong will to protect his crew is reflected in his Haki. Hey Coby, what's happening to you? Helmeppo. I don't know. It's sad. One by one, the voices in my head are disappearing. Coby. Then, in episode 579, during the Summit War, Koby's Haki awakened when he heard the voice of many soldiers losing their lives. He risked his life to plead with the Kainu to stop the senseless battle. Koby's observation Haki is depicted as being tied to his kind nature and strong sense of justice. Let's predict where Koby's observation Haki could lead, considering his personality. First, Rayleigh's ability to sense presence. Secondly, Enel's wide-range hearing, a mix of these two. First, about Rayleigh's sensing ability. Isn't that Hachi? Long time no see. What are you doing here? How did you get that wound? Ah, never mind that. So, you mean to say, I see. You guys really went through a lot, Hachi. You were saved by them? Silver's Rayleigh. In episode 513, at Saboti Archipelago's auction house, Rayleigh accurately reads the atmosphere using observation Haki. He even grasped the situation where Luffy punched St. Charles to save Hachi, showing an otherworldly level of situational awareness. Coby, though not as advanced as Rayleigh, sensed the torpedoes approaching the ship in the kingdom of Leloucha. So, if Koby's observation Haki were to grow, it's most fitting for him to develop in the direction of Rayleigh's instantaneous battlefield awareness. Now, let's move on to the second point, Enel's wide-range hearing ability. I don't know. It's sad. One by one, the voices in my head are disappearing. Coby. As previously mentioned in episode 579, the reasons Koby's observation Haki awakened was that he sensed the fading voices of people dying. And there's one character who mastered this ability to sense voices. Yes, Enel from Skypiea, who Luffy fought. It's not good. The electricity seems to have traveled through the Milky Road. 20 voices vanished with the last discharge. Such fools, Enel. Using only mantra, which is essentially observation Haki, Enel could hear the voices of all inhabitants across the entire Skypiea and knew precisely how many voices faded. These voices are believed to be subtle sounds emitted by living beings, not necessarily loud cries when they die. Given this, Koby's observation Haki might evolve to sense voices over a broader range and with more accuracy. And, of course, this voice will be maximized when responding to calls for help, giving Koby's strong sense of justice to save everyone. It seems likely Coby could have achieved a level of precision in discerning voices suitable for a hero who saves everyone in distress. From what we've observed, it seems Koby's observation Haki will master these two directions. It's anticipated to transform into a Haki, fitting for leading the Navy's sword, which embodies the justice of protecting civilians. Moreover, with the recent emphasis on Koby's inexperience and growth as the heir to Garp's sense of justice, Koby's spotlight is more defined. From this, it's believed that in 1v1 combat, Coby will awaken his Haki, perhaps an awakening of observation Haki, which might seem far-fetched, but we, the readers, have experienced this new stage once, right? Can you even cope with Conqueror's Haki, Monkey D. Luffy? Only a handful of the strong can. Kato. Yes, in episode 1010, what was believed to be Armament Hakei that could only be coded was revealed to also include Conqueror's Haki. And if Observation Haki follows suit, evolving into a new stage where it can be coded, given that Coby first manifested this as his identity with Observation Haki, it wouldn't be too surprising. This is still just a speculation, but since Haki can nullify Devil Fruit abilities, if one could coat with Observation Haki, which is a passive Haki known for sensing and foresight, it could possibly grant a cheat-like effect, making the user immune to any attack by a Devil Fruit. So, we've delved into Koby's current strength and potential growth in his Haki, but let's now contemplate what's next for him. Coby, with all his might, shatters the massive hand of the island human Alvaro Pizarro as it approaches a Navy ship. All seemed well, with just the task of escaping from Hachinos, with Garp on board. But Garp chose to sacrifice himself to ensure the safe return of the future of the Navy, the Sword members. However, Coby couldn't bear the thought of leaving Garp behind on Hachinos, and is seen pleading with Prince Grouse to turn the ship around. It's evident how deeply Coby values Garp's life, risking his own and his comrades for him. This sentiment can be traced back to when Garp, during their days of menial chores, posed the hypothetical. If he and the baby were stranded on an island full of beasts, and you had a boat that could only fit two, what would you do? Coby's response was, I'd leave the boat so the two of you could be saved. Clearly, his beliefs haven't changed over time. Initially, Coby may struggle with Garp's decision, which is seemingly opposite to his own beliefs. He might blame himself and sadness will undoubtedly overwhelm him. But as time passes and emotions settle, Prince Grouse understands Garp's intentions. Likewise, Koby will likely grasp the meaning behind Garp's words and actions. Realizing the trust Garp placed in their future, Koby will be driven to meet those expectations. Another crucial point is that all the Sword members present witnessed Koby's overwhelming Haki against Garp. While it did result in sacrificing Vice Admiral Garp, it became widely known that Koby, on his own, could defeat Pizarro, one of Blackbeard's top executives. Given that the Sword members are those who resigned from the Navy, they're seen as an inconvenient unit for the Navy. Knowing now that Koby possesses one of the highest levels of power within the Navy, Sword's importance within the Navy will surge. This could be the realization of Garp's words, "You all are the future of the Navy." Koby and his comrades' version of justice could reform the Navy. There's even the possibility that the Navy, instead of being adversaries, could evolve into a force genuinely executing justice within the story's narrative. That's the sort of consideration we've been doing. But what do you all think? That's all for today. This channel posts summaries, explanations, and ranking videos related to One Piece. If you like One Piece, we would be happy if you could support us by subscribing to our channel and commenting. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next video.